Hello everyone. Today I just thought I'd like to talk to you about Ferrous rods. So this here is a Ferrous rod. It's basically, you have a steel striker here, and then you have a rod of ferrocium. Now this differs to a flint and steel, mainly because ferrous rods, they way easier to produce sparks, and they also burn way hotter. The sparks from ferrous rods burn at 3,000 degrees, whereas a flint and steel will make a faint spark that burns at around 1,000 degrees for literally like a millisecond, very quick. So with these, the sparks they burn hotter, and they also generally last a little bit longer as well. When you strike it, you can actually watch the sparks fall to the ground. Whereas with the flint and steel, when you make a spark from that, it's gone almost instantly. Something else you can do as well with these is, if you see here on the ferrous rod, you can actually scratch it off. So if you take your striker here, you can see it's got the up symbol, which is basically shows you which way you should have it up when you're striking it. And you can see here there's these little teeth. So these teeth here catch the ferrous rod, and as you go down, I'm not going to strike it inside, but as you go down, when you push firm and do like a quick strike, it will actually ping off a bunch of sparks that are hot. But then you can see here there's little teeth. So on the ferrous rod here, to make it a bit easier, when you're trying to start a fire, you can actually scratch off the ferrous rod here, like this. You can see it's actually got some shavings here, look. Here. So what you do is, when you're trying to start a fire, you actually scratch these shavings off onto whatever you're trying to ignite, and that will actually just help it. It will burn for a little bit longer because these will catch. Then it will increase the chance of starting a fire going, because these will basically ignite on your piece of tinder that you've chosen, such as like char cloth. And then with these, it's very important to know that treat these as a spark. So they'll make a spark, not a flame. If you look at our friend here, the Bic lighter, you click that's instant flame. You've got an instant direct flame. With this, you're getting sparks, not a flame. And ferrous rods work even when wet. So if you're in the rain, you strike this, it's still gonna go off. You're still gonna get sparks. And then combined with the right tinder, and the right setup, you'll have a very good chance of actually lighting a fire. For example, if you were using char cloth, if you were to scrape off some shavings onto the char cloth and then strike, pretty much guaranteed you're gonna get a flame from the char cloth burning from this, as well. And they're always pretty cheap. They're quite light. You can wrap them up. They don't take up much space in your bag. It's just something. It's like, people do prefer to carry a small Bic lighter, but then it's just something just an alternative, and they work. They work very well, and they last a long time as well. I think this ferrous rod, roughly, is around 10,000 strikes worth, and then let's be honest, unless you're using it every day, like an insane amount, you're never gonna wear one out. You'd probably end up just buying a new one before you wear this out. 10,000 strikes is a lot. And yeah, so what you do is, if you look here, you've got the upside, which you can see those little jaws there, and then you'd hold your ferrous rod in one hand like that, hold the striker in the other, push firmly down. You want to angle the striker about this angle here. So you don't want to do it like that, because then that'll just slide down. You want to angle it around 45 degrees so that the teeth will bite in and then ignite the ferrous on there, and then that'll make a good spark. And you want to angle, when you're holding this, you probably hold it like that there. So what you do is a bit difficult because I've only got one hand, but you'd hold it like that. Hold the hand in the other. Hold the striker in the other hand. Go like that, and then there. But yeah, the Ferrous rods, they're great. They work pretty much every time, even in the wet, and a little bit more difficult, but they will work in the wind as well. And yeah, they're pretty cheap. Great to have. Pick yourself up one. So what you're going to do is, I'm left-handed, so I'll hold the Ferrous rod with my right hand, and then the striker with the left. Up symbol, up like that, and then if they've got tinder here, imagine there's tinder there, hold it down like this, angle the striker so the teeth, so you can feel the teeth start to grab in, push down hard, and then do that. See the sparks there. Like that. There you go.